Terry, good morning and good morning, dear listener. It's a weekend edition, and you started with very sad news about the attack on fishermen in Dikwa, Borno State, and also the attackers attacked a police team formation about 80 kilometers from that incident. That is a Montgomery police team was attacked, but no injuries there. Our heart goes to the families of those 26 fishermen. That is another shot in the supply of fish in that area. Fishermen, fish provides protein, you know that very well. And the effort of the Borno State government and the federal government to ensure that peace is restored in the Northeast is being questioned again with this killing. As you rightly said, Tebe, the elections are almost over, and now we are hearing issue of attacks. I think I also heard that some terrorists surrendered. I'm trying to get the real fact, how many of them surrendered, and about 1,000 or so. I'm not sure of the figure yet, but we understand that suppliers, families, and those who are under the captivity of bandits also rescued by the military. And on the issue of the train and bus collision in Lagos, TV, I was trying to say yesterday here that there is an electromagnetic attachment to the rail track. So if a metal cannot be crossing the rail 600 meters from a moving train, the magnet will take effect. So this is why we call for education. The Nigerian Railway Corporation and the security agencies and the managers of our transportation industry need to educate Nigerians more. Like the one that happened in Abuja, in Kubwa area of Abuja, it was not up to 600 meters. So the vehicle was got stuck to the rail track because of the electromagnetic metal there. So the Nigerian Railway Corporation, you need more education. Even as you go into investigation, let Nigerians know these facts. All over the world, there are rail tracks that metal vehicles and truck crossover, and they have this stop. Once it's almost 1,000 meters, there's vehicles and all metal crossing to stop. I think we need all those protection to ensure that we don't keep having this. And
the vehicle will stop on the track.
No, there'll be a mark. No, there'll be a mark. You stop before for the train to pass before you cross over. I don't know where the driver was rushing to. Even though the driver need to undergo psychological test, he need to be
also in custody.
So yes, need to be investigated thoroughly, because we heard that the passengers were telling him to stop, and he kept on moving. We don't know if he was drunk. They need to be investigated. Yes, it's possible. These drivers take shots, 2 shots, 3 shots to get moving in the morning. So they need to be investigated. Drink and drive is not allowed. The rules of the road safety. And all of that investigation needs to be carried on. And we also appeal to Lagos State government to ensure that every one passenger in that bus is well taken care of, and not be selective in handling their situation. And we also pray that such don't happen again. Tevi, you talked about the TVC. TVC is temporary voters card. It's only two persons that went to court on that matter. As Koto Woda, Olusegun, and Wilson Aliwell. And Justice Obiora Aguta, who granted that judgment, was specific. He said only the 2 of them. No any other Nigerian.
Because it was not filed
on behalf of Nigerians. They filed the case on behalf of themselves. So the judge passed the judgment only for the 2 of them. INEC has gone ahead to say they are going to appeal the matter, because it can spore, it can grow legs, TV. Some of that Nigerians can take advantage of that and say, since a court competent jurisdiction has ruled on this matter, yes, I have it. I went to the collection center the other time when we were collecting the PVC, and some persons told me they've not seen their own cards, and they are showing me their temporary voters card, and if they can use it. I say, well, INEC has not provided for that, but as you rightly said, they say voters card, a voters card. It wasn't specific if it was permanent or temporary.
I think those with the temporary voters card are those who registered a long time ago, because the recent registrations we've seen INEC do, they will print out a paper. In fact, before the paper is printed out, everything there is washed off. You can't even see anything.
Good.
So I can't even refer to that as a temporary voter's card, as it were.
It's an issue we need to also interrogate, Steve. If you go do your driver's license, you are given a temporary one.
Yeah.
And so many other places where you go to get your card, you are given it. Even the national NIMSI, you are given a temporary card. So what the process of producing the permanent card, how difficult is it? Because if you go to the banks to collect your ATM, you can print your ATM, you can print your ATM card on your own. Some banks have that facility. You just go put in your BVN, you put your BVN and you can print your own card. So why have we not reached that level? Why are we still playing with a temporary voter's card?
You need to also understand, Apulu, that the issue of permanent voter card, like Amechi will tell you, it involves procurement. So those involved, even the issue of national identity card, those cards that are printed involve procurement. And for the national identity card, they will tell you, I think after 5 years or so, it will expire, you have to pay. You know, even for the driver's license, it involves procurement. You know, so, and these are public servants. We know the implication and of all of this moving forward. But Abulu, if I was, when we're monitoring the INEC that monitors, we only observe when we're observing the last presidential and national assembly elections. I can tell you that some polling units that I went to, after people had finished voting, everybody that had a card had finished voting, they said, okay, if your name is on the voter register, you don't have a temporary card, but you have identified your name on the register as spaced displayed, just get the number, the voter identification number you come with it is imputed, your identity comes up, you are credited. I saw people accredited in that form and they voted, so it points to this issue of a temporary voter's card. And look, the permanent voter card is a form of identification. It's not that it has any special thing that it does to the process of accreditation. If you can just impute the voter identification number and the details comes up, they do the facial identification, you are accredited and you vote. I think INEC will appeal, but clearly it's something that, that's what I also thought, that the justice may not necessarily have passed the judgment in the way and manner he did. He would have said, okay, INEC, look, it is the right of every registered voter to vote. It should not be conditional on having, a permanent voter card. Their right to vote. So once the person has registered, the INEC should, if they want the permanent voter card, it should be included in the Electoral Act. The same way the Supreme Court said, look, for us to use the card reader, it should be included. I thought that would have been fair enough, but the way and manner the judgment is given, believe me, it rubs in on the electronic transmission of results, because you are querying INEC's ability, or INEC's right to go ahead and regulate the conduct of elections. And I can tell you, those who are going before the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, they can take this as an authority.
Thank you.
That is where I make the arguments at that tribunal.
That's where I was driving at. You see, this issue has not been played up. Now with this ruling this ruling now, and you are giving us a clear example. Now the civil society groups and the election monitoring group will now see, oh, we didn't observe this. They'll start playing it up, and it's a good material for those that are saying that the election was flawed or was manipulated. So it's a good incidents form were not there. We didn't have incidents from this election. So if persons without permanent voter card were allowed to vote in some areas, INEC too has not mentioned it.
When you say allowed to vote, we are accredited
to vote. But did they vote?
They did vote. So INEC said once you are accredited, you can vote.
It was good. So this issue is being played up now. Thank God for the Justice Obiora Obuta who ruled on this matter. So I think the election watchers will begin to see reasons why to play it up, to see if we can be interrogated further. Tell me quickly before the mails. The issue of DSS is raising alarm, that some persons planning to create chaos after the governorship and state
we'll take that after the mails, perhaps moving forward, also along with what the presidency is saying. Does the president have the powers to annul But if some persons are asking that question, I can tell you if the president puts up an executive order